Geminis, sun, moon, rising, or if you just have strong Gemini in your chart, welcome. So I want to do just some really intuitive, open predictions for all of the signs. I'm going to be just looking at the energy for the next month. So this is a timeless reading. You can watch this at any point in time and come back to it. You can also check out your sun, moon, rising sign. If you have Mercury or Venus in Gemini or any rulers in Gemini, or maybe your chart is just going through a period where you've got lots of Mercury energy right now, this reading could definitely apply to you. So I just want to see what is coming up in your energy in the next 30 days. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Wow, let's grab another card here. We've got Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Ooh, and at the bottom of the deck here, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Also inner earth at the bottom of the deck. I'm drawn to this. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Ooh, I'm sorry as well. Difficult energy. Almost feels like for some people, feels like a breakup, especially if you're seeing that I'm sorry there, but I don't think that's going to apply to everyone. But for some people, I'm picking up on some feelings of loneliness here. I do actually want to grab some Moonology cards before I get the other oracle cards. Yeah, let's see. Okay, what's coming up for Gemini? What is coming up for Gemini? What is coming up for Gemini? Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Another Gemini card. Wow. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. What else do we have? Step out of your comfort zone, North Node, and then adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Also, prosperity lies ahead at the bottom of the deck. And I was seeing another green card that I saw in the Taurus reading too. Because there does look like some earth energy here. Lots of Gemini energy, okay? Lots of air energy in your chart. But it does look like there's some earth energy here. This feeling of slowing down. You may even have some Taurus in your chart as well, because I'm picking up a little bit of the feeling of the Taurus reading with some of those cards. But wow. Okay, nothing is set in stone. Mutable moon. So much mutable energy here. Perspective. Right? Nothing is set in stone. None of this matters. Ooh, and I'm so curious to see what the tarot has to say. Cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Star Keeper, so much blue here in these cards. And of course the blue does rule the throat chakra, which funnily enough has to do with Taurus, even though Gemini does rule communication. So interesting, yeah. Seeing like a little combination, lots of Gemini energy, but a little combination of Taurus energy too. So yeah, nothing is set in stone. Communication is key. The answers you need are coming. Adjustments are required. Step out of your comfort zone. And then purple really coming through, which does make me, think of spirit as well as the crown chakra, the connection from our inner world to like the spirit world. Seeing like the crown chakra here too. spiritual downloads. It's the feeling I get with purple. Again, seeing this kind of like you're really connected to spirit at this time, really connected to your higher self at this time. For some people, I do see a difficult time, kind of this like none of this matters, almost giving me the feeling like when you break up with someone and you feel kind of like nothing matters. Loneliness in the cards. Again, like that's not going to apply to everybody, but there's a feeling of loneliness or having to get grounded. Right, there's a message here. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings, and adjustments are required. Kind of there's challenges. Maybe a feeling of not knowing what's going to happen next, and then maybe even being in a connection with someone, maybe being in no contact, or just like not knowing what's going to happen. Maybe breaking up with someone, not knowing if like they're going to come back or call you back or reach out. This is kind of saying like, yeah, I see a challenging time here, but it's kind of meant to happen. Kind of like the Tower energy. The tower was built on shaky ground, so it's meant to come down. Like, adjustments are required. Not saying you're going to have a tower moment, but there feels like you are maybe, yeah, adjusting something, fixing something that wasn't right or wasn't right for you. North Node has a lot to do with your life purpose. And interesting, picking up a little bit on the Taurus energy, which was really a reading about purpose, moving towards purpose. So I'm curious to see what tarot has to say, what tarot cards want to come out, and how they're going to relate to our oracle cards here. So far, this is the pile with the most oracle cards, and Gemini is a sign of information, so the pile so far with the most information as well. Okay, we've got Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, Ten of Wands. Yeah, something tough, a struggle. Again, yeah, feeling that tough energy with adjustments are required, like maybe a problem or something that's gone unnoticed for a while, but now it's like it's this problem is becoming so loud or so burdensome, you can't ignore it anymore. Like something needs to change here, something needs to be fixed. Five of Swords. Right in the center of your reading, we've got a 10 and a 5, which are really the energies of change. This feeling of a loss with the Five of Swords, even being overwhelmed. Yeah, you may feel alone too in this energy. 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, it's like the world, I don't want to say the world is against you, but kind of like nobody relates to the struggles that you're feeling right now. And there's just that message of like, you're not alone, you're never alone. Someone does understand you. For one, spirit is here with you, but there's that message of community, you know, so maybe there's someone that you can relate to that kind of gets you. Okay, getting into this reading, moving into this Earth energy, North Node energy. What do we see coming up for Gemini? Four of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. Wow, and then we have the Sun here at the bottom of the deck. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Hermit. Okay, so I am picking up for some of you, there is something to maybe leave behind. Something that wasn't working before. There's like movement with the Seven of Swords, going forward, leaving behind, something from the past moving forward. Interesting. Just interesting to me that in the Rider-Waite tarot, usually they're leaving behind 2 swords and walking away with 5, but in this one they're leaving behind 5 swords and walking away with 2. And we have 5 of swords here in the past, and we've got this cat and mouse. Yeah, for some this does feel like a relationship, maybe. And you know, this could be other things. This could be work. This can be something else. But this does seem like, I don't like the word toxic because everyone uses that word now, but it does kind of feel like a toxic relationship, or this game. Maybe somebody has like almost like a connection that's maybe even been on and off for some point, like someone who has been playing games with you. Right, cat and mouse is here, and both of them look like they are in arms, you know, ready to fight each other. And it feels like this, whatever this is, again, this could be work, it's something toxic or burdensome, or like maybe even something you've been in for a really long time. Because we've got the Hierophant, the 4 of Pentacles. Anyways, it seems like whatever the situation is that's in the center here is not changing. Like maybe you've been waiting for it to change, or waiting for a person to step up, or a person's energy to change. And it just looks like it's not happening. So I see you leaving this cat and mouse game, this burden, these 10 of Wands. It's like you're setting them down, you're walking away. So it's interesting, the 7 of Swords is walking towards something new. You know, they're stepping outside of, you know, maybe their comfort zone here, and they're leaving behind the 5 of Swords. And I'm just seeing also, yeah, for some of you this is a toxic workplace, because I'm seeing all these little birds, and I'm getting that feeling of like gossip, chatter, chatty energy. So it's kind of, maybe you were even a little bit of on the outskirts, but it looks like you're leaving this toxic thing behind, and it looks, the grass is so green, it looks like you're just leaving for greener pastures, like leaving for something better. And this is also, this could be something that has to do with your life purpose or your goal as well, because we've got the North Node there, going towards the Hermit, kind of feeling like maybe it's just better to be alone right now for some people. For those that are going into a different job, this could even be like a stay-at-home or work-from-home job. Maybe like you just need a change of pace from the energy, especially if there was toxic people. This could be someone who is, you know, working at home or working on their own business. There's something solitary. I mean, we could say lonely here because we've got that energy here in this card too, but there's something about the Hermit being alone, even working on themselves, putting energy towards themselves. So that could be, you know, if you're leaving a relationship, leaving something behind. I just lost my train of thought. But if you're leaving a relationship, leaving something behind, that could be, it could be better to be alone, be in your own energy. Whatever this is, Gemini, it's like, I do see a difficult time, and I do see change. And there's just this message here to remain grounded. It's kind of like, it is kind of like everything's going to be okay, even though there is some tough energy here, some tough things to work through. I did want to grab an oracle card here, so let's see what's going on with Gemini in the near future. What do these oracle cards want to say here? What's coming towards Gemini? Inner healer. Just, you know, again with that Hermit card, You're not alone. It just does feel like, as far as relationships go, this does seem like a good time to either be alone, or if for those that are just like in a committed relationship, there's some adjustment that needs to be required. Either more communication needs to be brought in, or there needs to be some kind of inner growth, sharing your inner world with another person. So yeah, whatever the situation is, some change needs to happen, and I see energy being withdrawn, or you taking a step back. Prophetic dreams, right? There's something very calm, peaceful in this energy. Maybe there's even something you haven't like seen yet, like a perspective, right? We have perspective, zoom out, common ground, some perspective you haven't seen yet. Maybe even when it comes to your comfort zone, your north node, or your life purpose, or what you're supposed to do in life, maybe it seems really foggy or uncertain, or there's almost fear, coming up there. So there's a lot of these cards are very spiritual. Like spirit really is with you during this time, even giving you some ideas. I would even write down a dream journal. That could be write down your dreams in a dream journal. That could be a recommendation here with spirit. What do we have here for Gemini? Okay, let's see. I want to get one card at a time. What do we have here coming up for Gemini? Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So much purple. So I'm getting the feeling like this is kind of related here to this North Node energy. Like it's this feeling that you kind of feel like, when you're in your South Node for too long, things start to feel really uncomfortable. Like kind of like you get pushed out of your South Node. I'm drawn to this card too, Trust, which is like kind of the same color scheme going on here. But yeah, it's kind of this feeling like you've outgrown your South Node a little bit, Gemini, and you're kind of bursting out, going towards a higher purpose. And there usually endings come with it, the endings of this old life, the beginning of this. I know it sounds really scary because it's like, what is ending? But there's this feeling to like let go of worry and trust that everything is happening for you. A card of self-esteem came out. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Ooh, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Perseverance. Lots of purple that I'm just being drawn to. Imagination. Purple and green. Gratitude. Purpose. There could be a fear of failure. This could be something that takes a toll on your self-esteem, especially if you feel like your purpose is has to do with financial, or if this is like a financial change. Even, if a relationship is ending here, this feeling of failure, I feel like it could be affecting your self-esteem. A lot of this has to do with recovery from a tough time. There's lots of change, and there's an optimistic feeling with the Nine of Cups. It was coming up over here with nothing is set in stone and perspective. So there is this optimistic feeling like, and I didn't even say that we had Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot, kind of like whatever is ending here is not really over, like this optimistic feeling. I don't know, again, change your perspective or take on a new perspective. Hear somebody out. If there is a relationship here with challenges. Communication is key. There's definitely a key word there. Communication with this person needs to happen, and that adjustments are required. Coming up again, like someone has to be willing here to be accepting of the other person, to make changes, or not necessarily make changes, but like just to be like open. And I'm getting like acceptance, surrender, burden coming up again in your energy, Gemini. Burden, struggle here. A 10 and a 5, which was at the center of your reading. So it looks like you're like going through this process of releasing current burdens and struggles that are in your life, Gemini. What do we have here? Emotional release. Just as I said the word releasing, that word release wants to come out. 33, integration. And then we have 12, truth. Truth and trust are giving me similar vibes. Like, this is, and then we have sacred space at the bottom. Slow but steady. This is happening for a reason. It does feel like shedding things that were negative or old, or just shedding things from the past that were not working, and coming more into alignment with this inner truth. And truth, trust, like you're going towards this North Node energy, which is scary. You know, it's scary, but there's that message or reminder there to trust that your inner voice is guiding you correctly through this tough energy. I want to just end here with a recommendation from Spirit. Let's get a self-care card. How can you navigate or work through this energy here, Gemini? 44, sex. Okay. Yeah, very specific. So yeah, just take what resonates or take what applies to you. Some of you guys comment back to me like, I'm not interested, or that doesn't interest me at all. Just only take what applies to you guys. We are human beings after all. So yeah, that's not going to apply to everybody, but yeah, 44, sex coming up. Anything for Gemini? Connect with the earth. That's come up a few times today. Inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Also this card, Starkeeper. Cosmic ancestors seed the light by staying grounded. There's this message to stay grounded here, connect with the earth, maybe even connect with some Taurus energy. I'm really getting some Taurus vibes here as well, which I was picking up on that sensuality in the Taurus reading as well. So even if you don't have Taurus in your chart, like you may be going through a phase, you guys are very close to each other. You may feel called to or guided to check out that reading because there may be some information there for you. But also clear your energy field. This is a moment of releasing, right? Releasing negativity, negative energy, things that weren't working. Drink tea at the bottom of the deck. So with this kind of, I do want to say tough period, with this period of releasing things. For some people, you're going to be leaving a job that wasn't serving you. For some people, it could be a relationship that wasn't serving you. You're really just leaving, getting rid of what wasn't serving you anymore. And this could honestly be something that you've been with for a while. Like you could have been at a certain job for a while. So it's tough. It's not easy. Yeah, and I'm getting that feeling like when we clear negative energy, we usually replace it with positive energy. So it's like, make sure especially to stay grounded during this time. If you don't know what energy to replace it with, there's that message to connect with the earth, which when like our mind is really going out of control, or there's just a lot of mental energy, Earth can kind of slow down the mind a bit. So I do see just like some balance of the energy as well. It's like bring in some balance, nurture yourself. Yeah, let's get one final self-care card here. Any final messages for Gemini? Any last messages here for Gemini? Any messages here? Okay, we've got this one that flipped over. Happiness. And it said your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. You choose. You might really be in your head here. So there's that message to clear your energy field. If you catch yourself in a negative cycle, there's just a gentle message to notice it, to recognize it. Okay, we've got risk and authenticity. Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. And we've got live life for you, not the audience in your head. Again, something going on with maybe overthinking, being trapped in a bit of a negative cycle, things going on in your head. Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. And I do feel called to get one last oracle card here. Not really sure what the message is going to be from this deck, but I was just getting the feeling. I was feeling called to grab an oracle card. Let's see, what's the message here for Gemini? What's the message here for Gemini? Okay, we've got Scry Slimy. Anything else here for Gemini? Spirits to guide you. And again, this slimy card at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to read these really quick. I always forget about this one, Scry. So this says, there is this idea that to see beyond is something only someone with special powers and gifts can achieve. Well, you have those special powers and gifts as well. You will be surprised what will appear to you when you allow yourself to look and listen. Again, I was getting that message earlier of like spirit is connecting with you. Spirit is, again, we had those prophetic dreams. Several cards today tells me that the spirit world is trying to connect with you, either to guide you through a tough time or to give you little ideas, little bits of information, little ways to help you or push you forward, push you towards your purpose, or your purpose with the North Node coming up in your reading. Like spirit is guiding you through this door. Like almost, it does feel like you're being pushed, because some of this energy is right messy. Even these cards right now are like messy, chaotic. This could be kind of like what your brain or the thoughts in your head look like, but even this live life for you, not the audience in your head. Maybe you have like an entire audience in your head, not just one person. But it does feel like you're going towards your life purpose, but because of the tough energy or the difficult energy I'm seeing, like with the 5s and 10s, it's almost like you're getting pushed rather than going like calmly and sweetly, kind of like Taurus, like kind of that difference between the Taurus reading. And even like I'm just getting the feeling of like eagles. Okay, it's known that in Mother Nature, when like a mother eagle has their babies, when they're ready for the babies to fly the nest, the mother will stir up the nest and make it just really uncomfortable for the baby eagles, so they can fly, so they can go on and do what they're supposed to do, so they can fulfill their purpose and like their eagle dreams. And like that's what's happening here. You're in this position right now where you're in the nest, and now the nest is being stirred and shaken. Okay, I see that's what's happening in the next 30 days or the next month for you, Gemini. The nest is being stirred and shaken. It's uncomfortable, right? We've got step out of your comfort zone, but there's this feeling of trust, like, you know, trust that the mother eagle knows what it's doing. Okay, trust that Mother Nature is working for you, not against you. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and read this one, Spirits to Guide You. And it says, it seems like all the signs point to yes. Have you ever seen a repeated symbol appear over and over just for a short time? These are your guides trying to speak to you. They're like, hi, we are trying to make this pretty obvious for you. Know that you have help right now. Your guides want the very best for you. And right now they are trying to assist you in making the right choices. Pay attention to the little things. Yeah, your guides are definitely trying to connect with you, help you during this rough time, give you little bits of information, and yeah, even keep you at peace. Again, notice the thoughts. Pay attention to the thoughts going on in your head, because you have the power to break negative thought patterns. I'm even just getting the book, like I'm thinking of the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So if you like reading books, that's a great book to check out. If not, you could even check out a little YouTube clip and get some information of that book, from that book. It could be useful to just kind of just putting an end to negative thinking, or if that's something that you're dealing with. I also want to read this one too, number 2, Slimy. And it says, Slimy, a beautiful but envious woman sits in a puddle of slime and a plague of frogs and blood that she has brought upon herself. In a negative place, you can tend to attract more of that energy and can dwell in a slimy, icky place. When you embrace jealousy, you do not move forward. She wears a veil, protecting herself from being seen truly. This card can relate to other people in your life, a situation, or your own current state. You can't have power over others' sliminess, but you can affect your own. If you are feeling in a slimy state, you don't need to shame yourself, but have awareness. Try to transmute jealousy into inspiration, because where jealousy paralyzes your creativity, inspiration lifts it up. You might need to roll around in that gooey slime for a while before you come back up to the surface. It said in here, if you're feeling in a slimy state, you do not need to shame yourself, but have awareness. Interesting that it said that, because just as I was talking about that Eckhart Tolle book, really the first step to, if you have negative thinking, really the first step to getting out of it is just awareness. Bring awareness in, catch yourself when you're in a negative thought pattern, and just say, I was doing it again. That's really the first step. And yeah, that's a message here. Like, don't stay in this icky energy for too long. There is a little bit of a challenging time. But yeah, stay grounded, bring in awareness. Good things is right underneath that. So there's that feeling of trust that the universe is helping you, really guiding you during this time. Anyways, those are all the messages I'm getting for you today, Gemini. I know this got a little messy. The cards are just everywhere. Yeah, and it's not surprising that this is how the Gemini reading looks. But thank you guys so much for being here. If you resonate with my readings, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, please make sure that you are a subscriber. I would love to have you here. And if you like my readings, please do subscribe so that you know when I put more readings out. And yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in my Etsy shop. The description will be down in the description box below. So thank you so much for being here, Gemini, and I will catch you in the next one.